Morning, fam jam. Welcome to the Ashes to Rubies podcast, and where we talk about life and recovery and so much more.
So much more.
A little bit more. I am.
Did you know?
Did I know?
Did you know that the majority of our podcast listeners
Are female.
live in the United States of America?
Oh, God bless America.
Did you know that?
I did. There's a little thing called statistics analytics.
I looked at it the other day for the first time. 20%.
Cool. 20%?
18% are in Canada.
Oh.
That's not even half. Like, that's a very low number. That's not even 40%.
It is what it is.
And then they're spread out all over the world. What an interesting thing to look at.
Interesting thing.
Statistics.
Those podcasts.
All 43 of our followers.
If I was at a meeting of sorts, I introduce myself as recovered. I would say I'm not recovered today.
From your squash game?
My squash game. No. Like 2 days ago. I'm still pretty much hurting everywhere. There is very little spaces in my body that don't hurt. I would say my forehead doesn't hurt. Like I never got a ball in my forehead. Have you ever been hit by a squash ball?
No. I think I've only played squash once, and I'm not really interested.
You're not
playing.
Like, are you not interested because
that was such a terrible experience?
Is it because of your hand-eye coordination, or is it just because you don't like sweating?
No, absolutely. I have no hand-eye coordination.
The hand-eye coordination.
And I also have terrible knees and have sprained multiple ankle injuries.
So
in my lifetime.
You're just gonna stick. Not just you will be sticking to kayaking, which is incredible. Yeah, my affinity for kayaking is about your affinity for squashing.
That's okay. I'm proud of you for going to play squash.
I've done a couple kayaks though.
But what's on my mind today was the fact that the majority of the people who could potentially listen to this are not
kayakers, squashers,
surrounded by snow right now.
We still have snow, but it's receding. It's lost its battle. It's got no grip over us anymore. I was wearing a vest yesterday in support of warmer weather, not a jacket. All right, let's get into
optimist.
No, well,
it's good.
The warm weather is coming.
It's a good quality, but it's not here.
It is not here yet, but it is warmer.
A storm this week. Another snowstorm this week.
No, that's good for March break though. All the people that go skiing for March break, good. All right, here we go. Thought for today: we alcoholics, or fill in the blank. We with the isms. We're on a merry-go-round. Where did they get that word from? Because you're going around in circles and you're merry, you're having a good time. Yeah, I guess. Merry-go-round. Going around and around. And we could not get off. It becomes unmerry. That merry-go-round is kind of a hell on earth. In our fellowship, I was able to get off the merry-go-round and learn to stay sober. I pray to that God every morning to help me keep sober. And I get the strength from that power to do what I could never do with my own strength. I do not doubt the existence of that power. We are not speaking into a vacuum when we pray. That power is there if we use it. Question for the day. Am I off the merry-go-round of hell? I added that. I must remember, here's our meditation. I must remember that in spiritual matters, I am only an instrument. It is not mine to decide how or when I am to act. God plans all spiritual matters. It is up to me to make myself fit to do God's work. All spiritual activity must be eliminated. I can depend on God for all the strength I need to overcome these faults, which are blocks. I must keep myself fit so that God can use me as a channel for his spirit. That's beautiful. Have you ever been on the merry-go-round?
And that's why you started playing squash. You gotta be fit.
I gotta be fit. I gotta I gotta eliminate all the things that hinders my fitness. And you could start there of like looking at the merry-go-round. So in
I like to refer to it as a hamster wheel.
the hand,
Because I
yeah,
love rides. Those
yeah,
are
but
fun.
what if it's got no end? You can't get off of it, and you're on this stupid plastic horse that has a smile, children, and the music, and you're stuck there. It's like,
Was that music the background of our life?
yeah. And we're going around and around of the insanity of the alcoholic insanity, but then we trade the insanity, the alcoholic insanity, for the insanity that I can run my life again.
Have you ever been in one of those like terrible fun houses where like the scary clown runs out around the
And
corner?
there's all the mirrors,
And the mirrors.
They're tricky. And imagine living in it. We don't even have to imagine it. We know what that. But then can I look at the merry-go-round in other parts of my life? And I remember, to the point, even 5 years ago, maybe, my relationship with food has never really changed. I just eat what I want and how I want, and I love food, and I love its breaks, its rewards, all of that stuff. And I think maybe 5 years ago I started challenging that, and I think only until this year I got off that merry-go-round. And I remember saying, if I ever get to like 250 pounds, then I'll definitely. And as the words are falling out of my mouth on the merry-go-round, I'm like, I sound like Cokehead John. Like, if I lose my license for the second time, if she kicks me out for the 14th time, like, I'll probably do something. I'll have to do something. And I was like, I want to get off the merry-go-round, but it's so easy for me to be like, well, it's kind of comfortable here. I do kind of like it. I know that, like, I'm going around in circles, and I throw in the but, and I make excuses, and I'm in denial of what the real problem is. So what do I have to actually eliminate in my life to become spiritually fit, physically fit, emotionally fit? Because if I'm not emotionally fit, am I really going to be spiritually fit? And if I'm not physically fit, does that have something to do with my spirituality as well? It has to be. It's all connected.
I like the concept here where it says it's not mine to decide how or when I am to act. God plans all spiritual matters. But it is up to me to make myself fit to do God's work. And so I think that it's, is that how I come into every day? That, okay, I'm here. This is what I'm willing.
I need God's power.
Yeah, I need you.
And it's like, how do I do spiritual fitness? Like, how do I become fit? Like, I think there's an exercise, a food thing involved. I think there's an emotional thing involved, and then spiritual fitness starts. I put on my clothes to be to be fit to go outdoors. But do I do that in the spiritual realm? Well, like, I sit in the morning and I do prayer meditation and I connect with God and I get direction and inspiration and that kind of thing. And then I'm trying to incorporate more pauses of that. Like, your phone will tell you how many times you've unlocked your phone. How many pauses throughout a day do I take just to acknowledge God, to
breathe,
thank God, to ask him for direction, maybe inspiration? Like, how many times do people unlock their phones? I don't even know what the average is, but is it 50? No, that's low. I bet somebody listening right now is looking at their digital well-being, and yesterday they opened their phones 200 times. Like, I think that could be an average 70, 80, 100
Except
times.
Except that now people don't have to unlock their phone. They just go like this.
But that's still unlocking. That's still a recorded.
Is it recorded as unlocking?
That would be recorded.
Like,
so do I have that relationship with God? Do I unlock my relationship with God on a hourly, half an hourly basis? Or am I plugged into my phone more than I'm plugged into God? Ouch. I don't know.
The pause has become, so there was a period of time where I was really quite intentional about the pause, but then I can just get away from it so easily.
So easy. The pause app. There's a good
pause and breathe, but then I can even, I get out of those routines and back into like the go.
And I can be like,
but now I find that actually my soul, my mind longs for that quiet space
Mhm.
where I just sit. And then I'm like, what did I just do?
And like after a meeting or after a conversation or after something, it's like, am I pausing with God and doing a reflection, or am I going right to my phone? And I open my phone and I go right to my email. And I want to see like the 4 things that just came in that I might have missed.
Do you know what I do pretty consistently
What
now?
do you do?
I rearrange all the apps on my phone. I change the
you're
pages.
You're trying to Houdini yourself.
No, but
That's cool.
it's fascinating because I realized I would open my phone
And go
and click on my email.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I in my email? And so I just remove everything, change the pages around.
I'm probably
it's
too
been
I'm probably
fascinating.
too OCD to do that, but
Oh, it's fascinating.
I'm going to do that today. I'm going to rearrange some of my things. I'm going to remat my my screen. With that, we will have our prayer of the day. Hey, Jen, woo! And David, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Here we are. We're going to pray our way into the day. I pray that my selfishness may not hinder my progress in spiritual matters. I pray that I may be a good instrument for God to work with today. Amen. Keep the peace, be of good behavior. We got our LifeLab noon meeting on Zoom. The details are in the on the social media. And I'm speaking today on letting go. So I'm just trying to figure out how to let go of things. Maybe rearranging my screen might be part of that today. But join us at noon if you're available. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow. See you, my friends.